Anderson here with Enlightened World Network. It is our honor to bring you a meditation every day of the year. And today our guest meditator is Lora Cheadle. Lora is nearby here in Colorado. I'm so excited to be sitting here with someone who's actually close to me in proximity. Lora, thank you for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. It's such an honor to be able to do this.
That's great. So Lora is an author, a speaker, a life choreographer, and this is interesting. Can't wait to hear about this. Betrayal recovery expert. So when she's done with the meditation, we're going to ask a couple questions and learn more about Lora. So please join us in meditation. And Lora, whenever you are ready.
Perfect. Whatever you are able to do, if you want to close your eyes or just look down, I invite you to start tuning inwards and just noticing your body and what it feels like to be in your body, not just in your head, but down in your heart and in your legs and in your arms. And as you start dropping in to what it feels like to be in your body, I want you to imagine, visualize, or pretend that you are in a spotlight. And it can be a pure white spotlight. It can have pink tones. It can be any color, size, or intensity that feels right for you. But just notice that you are in this spotlight. And that no matter what is going on around you, in order to slow things down, to return to your heart, to return to your center, to return to your power, all you need to do is imagine the spotlight shining down on you, encasing you in love and perfection. And what I mean by perfection is not the external idea of perfection, being a certain size, being a certain weight, having a certain job or a certain relationship status, but that's spiritual perfection. And as long as this light is on you, you start becoming more and more aware of this spiritual perfection. That you are no longer seeing what you have to do, who you have to be, what needs to change around you. You are only seeing the spiritual perfection of this journey, of your soul. That life is as it should be. And in your mind's eye, standing in this spotlight, your spotlight, because you have been chosen to be here now. As you look out in your mind's eye, your home, your work, family, friends, the state of the world, viruses, war, death, destruction. Look at all of those things, and instead of getting caught up in what needs to change, or, oh, this is so bad, or if only people would become, I want you to stay in the perfection of that spotlight. Stay with the realization that all is as it should be. Then breathe. And just relax into that knowingness. The perfection is here now. Whether you are seeing in your mind's eye people around you that you know, or whether you are picturing people a half a world away that you have never met. This spotlight allows you to see people not as people, but as souls living out their journey in their own divine perfection, just like you. And feel your shoulders relax and settle. And let that knowledge wash over you. Everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be. Breathe. And focus on that spotlight. Feel it on the crown of your head. You might feel like the hair is standing up a little bit. You might feel gentle goosebumps. Or you might just feel a tingling wash of peace from the crown of your head down the back. Feel it around your jaw and your shoulders, into your solar plexus, down your arms. Feel the skin on the palms of the hands, relaxing. Breathe. Relax down those legs. Feel the skin on the soles of the feet, relaxing. And from this place of calm, in the middle of the spotlight, you can feel the swirl of activity around you, of everybody else making their life choices, living their highest good, being the imperfect, yet always divinely perfect humans that they are. And just allow yourself to relax and let go. And in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine, visualize, or pretend that you're turning your palms up. You're lifting your throat, your head up, and you're slowly turning in a circle, looking at all of the perfection around you in your own life, on the planet. And as you're noticing all the divinity that's around you, you'll notice the chaos, the confusion slowly start dropping, dissolving, and disintegrating into the darkness all around you. No judgment, no fear, just a dissolution. As your eyes continue to elevate, your heart continues to shine. And you might even feel a smile start pulling at the corners of your mouth as you start realizing and understanding the beauty of this game. How some of the things that you thought in the past were dark or destructive are not. It's just all part of the process. Just as the seasons change, just as plants go dormant in the winter, lose their leaves, shrivel up and die, what you formerly thought of as destruction and death is just the natural process of bringing back in light, bringing back in new growth, understanding. and feel your heart start shining. Bring that spotlight in through the crown of your head and start shining it out through your heart, through the palms of your hands, through the soles of your feet, anchoring you down into the planet, booming your heart and your hands all around, and feel the smile and the love. And notice how you start seeing so much good, so much clearing, so much joy. And at your own discretion, you can choose to shine love through your heart, to shine light through your hands, on anyone, on anything. But as you do so, do it from a place of oneness, not from a place of judgment that I'm fixing this or that I'm bringing in love or light, but from a place of connection that I too have gone through this process. I too have grown. I too have made mistakes, and I am connecting with you in our imperfection to bring forth our divine perfection. And it might really make you even feel sort of giggly or effervescent at how joyful so much of life really is. And how the more we see all that is good within, around, and among us, the better we feel. The more able we are to bask in that spotlight of divine perfection and love. And the more able we are to boom that love out to everybody around us. One more time in your mind's eye, slowly turn a circle in that spotlight. And I want you to really feel those sparkles rain down on you. That light shift your cells, lift you up, connect you to all that is, all that was, and all that will be. And as you are booming that light out to others, down into the planet, this time around, I also want you to see everybody out there who is also booming that light back out to you. And it's like when somebody blows you a kiss and you smile and you catch it and you bring it into your heart. Make it this game of sending and receiving, and that love can hit your heart and your head, and you can reach up and catch it, and you can laugh when you miss, and you can send it back to others, and just see this web of light and love and connection with souls, with humans, with animals, with plants. And notice the beautiful mishmash of colors, intensities, directions of light all around you. And know that it is all good, that it is all fun, and that this is heaven on earth right now. Heaven on earth is just dropping into that connection with everyone and with everything. There's no need for things to change. There's no reason that we have to wait for beliefs or patterns to change or to be fixed or for others to come on board. It's here now. And that all we have to do is drop in and see all the love that's going on right now to know it's here now. Heaven on earth is here now. It's been done now. We don't have to wait. It's here now. Breathe. If it feels right, send blessings of thanks, of gratitude to all of those spirits, all of those souls, all of those people around you, booming light, playing in this wonderful web. And then slowly start becoming aware of your body. It's not that you're letting the light go. The light is always there. It's always been there. It can't not be there. You're just moving into your body so you can move forward into the rest of the day. Breathe in. Feel your abdomen move. Swallow. Feeling your mouth. Blink your eyes open or start looking up. Move your shoulders, your hands, your neck, whatever feels right. And returning into your body and into your day where you will be thinking and connecting and processing, but knowing that that love from above, from all around, you are that web of light. Deep breath. And so it is.
Lora, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I know that some of our readers will be thinking, I feel the divinity within me. I know that I'm one with the divine. I can see the spiritual perfection of the journey. And how do I process what's happening in Europe? Can you help us frame that?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad you asked that because it is so difficult to process. And I will preface this by saying this is more of a heart feeling than a head thing. There is no right, wrong, good, bad. It is all spiritual perfection. And as we all know in our lives, sometimes things get really, quote unquote, bad before they get really, quote unquote, good. And when we attach to this is awful, because it is awful, it does look awful, it does seem awful. When we attach to how awful it is, it's so easy to start getting judgmental, having the false belief that we understand it all, that God is wrong, that God is not there, that the universe does not have its hand in it, what happened. And that separates us. When we can be in that place of trust that I don't know from a spiritual perspective what is happening. I do trust the universe. I do trust that God doesn't make mistakes. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if it's about people uniting here. I don't know if it's about purging something here. I don't know what it's about. And to be okay, and I get kind of teary thinking about it, but to be okay saying, I don't know. And all I can do is I can send love because I know people are hurting and I recognize hurt and I recognize pain. And I know that the only thing I can do is not have separation. So I will send that love and I will honor God and spirit and universe and say, I don't know. I don't know, but I know that we're all one. And I know that everything always turns out for good, that there is always a higher plan and that whatever that looks like, and to release that this is awful and I've got to push into it and I've got to do it and I've got to make judgments against people because that separates us.
Well, and I appreciate the part too about letting go of the fact that we understand everything. Because we don't. We just don't.
No.
So thank you for that. Yeah, I wrote down the spiritual perfection of the journey, the spiritual perfection of your soul. All is in perfection. All is as it should be. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a tough one because we want to understand and we want to process and we want the story. Here's the beginning and here's the middle and here's the end. And we don't get that. We only get it in hindsight, if at all.
Right. Right. If at all. So can you tell us a little bit about you, Laurel, and what all you're bringing to the world?
Yes, absolutely. And my story, my personal journey ties into this as well. I'm a betrayal recovery expert. I'm a former corporate attorney, and I work with people who have either been betrayed by an intimate partner, which I was, or feel betrayed by their body, from an illness, from an accident, or from life, from the disappointment of life, that this isn't how I thought it would be. And my personal betrayal from my husband is what really opened my eyes to the understanding of that spiritual perfection of the journey. Because in the moment, it's so hard to say, this will breed something that is good. But it absolutely does. Any kind of trauma, any kind of betrayal, and let me tell you, betrayal is all around us. The pandemic felt like a betrayal. None of us planned that. Ukraine, this is a betrayal. Wait, this isn't how our world should be. A betrayal is a breaking of an expectation that we have materially relied on that ruptures our view of who we are and how the world works. And it's enormously unsettling. And it can be the biggest gift because it makes you realize, like we were talking about before the show, what is it like to start from nothing? What is it like to not have an identity? People go through empty nesting. That's a trauma because they don't have the identity of their mom, of being a wife or being a mom. In a divorce, it's the trauma of I'm not a wife anymore. I'm not a part of a couple. Losing a job, losing a career. Most of us are so caught up. I'm a lawyer. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I do this. Who are you exclusive of all of that?
Right.
And that's what betrayal recovery is all about. It's about letting go of all of those things that we just hang our hats on, that we think, this is me, this is my identity. No, you're a soul. And how can you function as a soul? And that's hard to do. And it's from that place that the biggest growth will come. And that's what I do, is I work with mostly women, but around reclaiming that identity, coming back to life as a soul, as a spirit, living this human experience, creating this human experience, dancing with this human experience, instead of being caught up in labels, rules, scripts, identities, and then being traumatized every time something changes.
What important, profound work that is.
Yeah. It's been a gift and an honor to be able to do it. And it was born from my greatest pain, where I didn't want to go on. I couldn't understand how that could have happened to me, because I was a good person and I tried. And why are you doing this to me? And it's that ultimate betrayal. And then it's that spiritual perfection, because this is where I needed to be, because this is what I needed to experience, to have that oneness, that connection with others, with source.
Well, and we do have a number of viewers that are dealing with life-threatening health issues.
Yes. And that's such a betrayal, because we have this idea in our head that I will be young and strong and fit and healthy, and that how could my body do this? How could my body get cancer? How could this happen to me? And then it's that house of cards that starts falling down, and then the judgment and the blame and the anger. And that was in the depth of my betrayal, with my husband. That was that turning point for me. I thought, I can either go forward being a bitter, angry woman, or I can totally let go and use this for good. And I thought, I don't want to be a bitter, angry woman. I don't want to let this beat me. This has hurt enough, and nobody's going to take anything else away from me. And it doesn't matter what happens to me. Once I've reclaimed my identity as Lora, not with anybody else's idea of who I am, not who I am in relationship to others, but who I am, my connection to source, me as a soul. Once I got very clear in that, bring it on. I don't want to go through anything again ever, but I also know that I will. And politics, the world, illness, accident, I can handle it now because I am divinely connected and nothing is going to rock that. And when it does, in little bits, I know how to get back here.
Right. Nice. So if somebody wants to work with you, do you work with folks one-on-one or a small group, or what does that look like?
I do. Usually I do one-on-one. I've got a couple of small groups, but mostly it's one-on-one. And what we do is we get together either weekly or monthly, depending on what you need. We do about an hour of coaching, and then I'm a hypnotherapist. So what we did in the meditation is I will craft hypnosis around what you are dealing with right now. Is it grief? Is it shame? Is it rage? And then you'll be able to use that hypnosis, because we record it, for the rest of the week or the rest of the month. So you can really start rewiring your brain and overcoming it and creating both the mental understanding, but then also that emotional release. I do a lot of somatic work too in the body, just shedding that energy and reconnecting and regrounding. It's beautiful. I just love it so much.
Well, and what a beautiful place to come from with that spiritual understanding as the base.
Yes. Yes. Because I was not a victim. My husband cheated on me for 15 years. I never knew. It's easy to fall into being a victim. I'm not a victim. I am a spiritual being, and this experience happened, and what am I going to do with it? And as a spirit, how can I really get okay with that? How can I extend? We're still together, by the way. How can I extend compassion and love and grace to him, to the women that he was involved with, to myself, to the things that I have done in rage and anger around that? How can I just bring love and infuse this situation? And you can. And it feels really, really powerful, but also very grounded and very settling.
Nice. So Lora, if somebody wants to know more about you or even reach out to you for this kind of work, how do they find you?
A couple different places. You can go to betrayalrecoveryguide.com, and you can download there a copy of your betrayal recovery guide. And it's a little bit focused on infidelity, but it works for any kind of betrayal. It's just the top 3 things to do right now to start making yourself feel better, to start getting the understanding, to start processing the emotions around that. Because so often we're like, I'm not going to go there, but we've got to feel it. The only way through it is through it. So betrayalrecoveryguide.com. And then if you just wanted to learn more about me, Lora Cheadle, and it's LoraCheadle.com. So either of those places would be great.
Excellent. Lora, thank you so much for being here with us today. And folks can also be looking for your TEDx talk that should be coming out soon. When might we be able to see that?
It's supposed to come out the end of the month or early in May.
Okay. And the title of that is?
The title of that is Uncovering Bias in Gender and Sexuality. And it was from the TEDx U Street Women in Washington, D.C. So definitely look for that. And I will also have it all over my social media when it goes up.
Great. Well, congratulations. And thank you so much for being here with us today.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
And friends here at Enlightened World Network, thank you for joining us. And please reach out to Lora, check out her work, and think about your own life, your own journey. Are there places that you're holding on to energy of betrayal? And can you work through that now? Is this time to take that on and really walk through that? So thanks for being here, friends. Take good care and God bless. We'll see you soon.